Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another video in our little A to Z officer series. But before I talk about the next epic officer, I just want to say, whenever a video is published, as soon as I can, I pin a comment under the video. There you can see information about subscribing, commenting, how to support my work here, but also how to get access on the Discord server I set up for this channel. There's a data collection there, for example. And if you haven't looked at it, then please do. But now let's have a look at Mitchell. He's an epic officer. He's from class Command. And it's my weird game again. I set it to English, by the way. I really had to clear localization to get this fixed. So he's class Command. That means you need command badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Auxiliary Controls, which means if he's captain, he can get synergy from others of that group, or can give synergy to a captain of that group if he's on the bridge as well. And he's from the faction Federation, which means you need Federation credits to upgrade him. And if you want to know something about Gary Mitchell and you don't know it yet because you haven't seen the original series, once again there's a text about this character in the info box. You find one text about every of those officers in the info box there. His captain maneuver is Home Protector, and that means Mitchell increases the stats of all officers on board by 20% when defending the station. So especially next week, there will be another incursion. Then he could be a helpful asset in combination, for example, with some other officers I talked about recently, to defend your station while you're out on a raid yourself. Somebody might try to attack your station. And so there he might be helpful to defend it more successfully, perhaps. And his officer ability is Think or Sink. When getting hit by a critical hit, Mitchell increases the ship weapon damage by 50% for 1 round. So if you are fighting hostiles, for example, that are having a chance of bringing a lot of critical hits, he might be a good asset on the bridge. Or if you are fighting players and don't have the best PvP crews, he at least might get you through, because players usually score a lot of critical hits nowadays. And so that might be helpful. As an epic officer, of course, he also has 3 possible traits for away teams, and that's ambitious, tactical, and psionic. And even if I haven't had the chance to upgrade him a lot because he's not as strong, because I didn't get too many of his shards, I'm using him for away teams usually nowadays. He's not out at the moment. Because even when I use the listing for the away teams, which are proper to use, he's not high on that list because he's not that strong because of the missing shards. But he is a good character for away team missions if you have him. I usually never use him aboard of my ship because of all the PvP crews I have. And even in incursions, I use all the big PvP crews to defend my station as well. But nevertheless, that is what you also have a chance to use him for. And the psionic part will definitely be a good one when I upgrade him later. Of course, you want to know where to get him. And for this, we go to the normal recruit section, fortunately. Even if I didn't have too much luck with Mitchell, he's already in the premium recruit section. There he is. And those tokens are not that hard to get. But I'm not too successful with getting Mitchell shards here, nevertheless. But that's already an easier way to do that. And then he's also in the ultra recruit section, which is more crowded, more officers. That's why the probability to get him is not that high, and you need some luck to get him, but he's in there. As you can see, Carol, I got many more than I got for Mitchell. But that's already some of those normal recruiting ways. You know, a lot of officers are much harder. And if you've seen all my videos, you know that I'm working on new charts again, which takes some time to make, where you can see from what sources can you get which officer. So you have the officer there and you see all the sources where you can get him. And that's a lot of different sources we have out there. And there's one more for Mitchell even. And these preparations make it easier for me to make those videos, by the way, because I already have the list and don't have to look again through everything. But Mitchell is somewhere in here if I haven't scrolled over him yet. There he is. Gary Mitchell is also in the transporter pattern section. As soon as you got the maximum shards for one rare officer, you start getting transporter patterns. And this is the section I really like, because you choose what officer you take the charts from. I have different priorities at the moment. That's why it's not Gary Mitchell. But it is a possibility to get this officer as soon as you have transporter patterns. Of course, in this case, once again, I would like to know, especially from the experienced players, how did you use Gary Mitchell, or how are you still using Gary Mitchell in the game? But also, if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read the comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.